She's so fine. Hell of a hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Monday, February the 6th, 2023. I'm going to be older in 2 days and dreading it. As you can tell, this video is going to be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And specifically, I wanted to bring up the fact that today it has been 100 days since Shanquella Robinson's death. It has been 100 days since there has been no justice served in this case. It has been 100 days since these people have walked around like nothing has happened. 100 days that Shanquella Robinson's family has been without her. How many more days is it going to take for someone to arrest this, quote, direct aggressor, end quote, so that this case can get going? Now, WBTV did an article 16, 17 hours ago, and I wanted to bring it to the channel. They also included a video. And for me, yes, I'm going to read the article, but Shanquella Robinson's actual true friend speaks in that article and also speaks on the video. And I thought it was important enough to do both because I want people to hear what her true friend had to say about her. So let's go ahead and cut to the article. It says, months later, the push for answers around Shanquella Robinson's death continues. Goes on to say Robinson died while on a trip to Mexico this past October. There is a video. Was published yesterday at 10:42 p.m. Eastern Time. Wrote by Brandon Hamilton. A cheerful smile and an infectious laugh are just some of the words to describe Shanquella Robinson. For those who knew her, Shanquella Robinson's smile would light up the room. For the world, her story has touched strangers since her October the 29th death in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico. Who was the now 26-year-old? She lived, childhood friend Kayla Mitchell said. She was just full of energy, just full of love. Kayla Mitchell and Shanquella Robinson met as freshmen at West Charlotte High School. As Lions, the two would quickly bond, from teammates on the cheerleading squad to WCTV. We first met during our freshman year at West Charlotte, Mitchell said. We started in the IB program when we instantly connected through our love and fashion. We loved to dress up. We put our finest on every day and we loved to take pictures. So that is kind of how our relationship started. Kayla Mitchell said there is a memory of her and Shanquella Robinson's time in high school that sticks out. I don't know why, but it was her birthday, Kayla Mitchell said. And I got her something as simple as a hot chocolate from Dunkin' Donuts. And you would think I would have brought her the most extravagant gift ever. She was just so happy. She recorded on her Snapchat like it was a real moment for her. So just the simplest thing to just make her happy. That just puts a smile on my face. The last time where, just a moment where I can recall her just being happy and being around good company. Recalling those moments brings a smile, which is why Kayla Mitchell said hearing of Shanquella Robinson's death shocked her. I just couldn't believe someone will be capable of doing something like this. And not only to her, it was just crazy. Because I was actually, watching her story, seeing that she's enjoying her time. So it's just how did it just go left? Devastated, Kayla Mitchell said. She was so young. She had so much more life to live. We were planning to work together. Just so much was coming. Her prosperity, her business was booming. It was just so much she had to look forward to. It goes on to say, what happened to Robinson? And they give a timeline. This is October the 8th. Shanquella Robinson arrives in Cabo, Mexico with a group of friends. We do know that Nazir Wiggins was not in that initial group that arrived on the 28th, just so we can clarify that. October the 29th, she was found dead in a villa. Early November, a video showing an alleged fight goes viral on social media. Shanquella Robinson's parents told 3 WBTV an autopsy report showed she died of a cracked spine. On November the 18th, the FBI announced their investigation. On November the 19th, Shanquella Robinson was laid to rest in Charlotte, North Carolina. November the 24th, Mexican authorities issue an arrest warrant for a, quote, direct aggressor, end quote. 3 months later, there are still many unanswered questions. In a recent news conference, Mexican prosecutor Daniel de la Rosa Anaya reiterated a request has been made for extradition for the, quote, direct aggressor, end quote. He also said they've asked U.S. authorities to interview those on the trip. No arrests have been made. As far as the FBI's independent investigation, it is still ongoing. The FBI investigation into the death of Shanquella Robinson is ongoing. We know this is a difficult time for her family and the community. The FBI is working with the Department of Justice to conduct a thorough and exhaustive investigation. The State Department referred us to Mexican authorities for any questions regarding the investigation. Any questions you have? WBTV asked Kayla Mitchell. What's going on? What's the progress? What's in motion? Like, what's the timeline? That's my question, Kayla Mitchell said. It's been months now. We don't have any real updates, no progress, as we can see, We're all wondering, why is it taking so long? She also has a message to whoever may know what happened. You can't run away from justice. God is a just God. So whatever you do, when people are not around, God sees it, and that's the ultimate. Like, you have to go through Him, and you can't get away from Him and His justice, she said. What would you want the world to know about Shanquella Robinson? WBTV asked. That she was just so full of life. She loved experiences, living big, just enjoying and making the most of it. And I feel like that's a lesson that could be valuable to all of us. It's just to enjoy our lives and just really live, Kayla Mitchell replied.
3 months ago, the world started to say her name. Shanquella Robinson, since her October 29th death in Cabo, Mexico. Here at WBTV, we've shared her story. From a conversation with her parents.
It said that her neck had been broke.
To the rallies in Charlotte pushing for answers. And being the only station asking someone who was on the Mexico trip the question the world has been wondering: what happened to Shanquella Robinson? And tonight, another side of this story from someone she called a classmate, a teammate, and above all else, a friend.
Have a 2.0 or higher GPA.
A cheerful smile.
Teachers, if you have any
An infectious laugh.
you said academy.
She lived. She lived.
That, Kayla Mitchell says, was Shanquella Robinson.
She was just full of energy, just full of love.
This video made public for the first time. Robinson and Mitchell doing what they loved at West Charlotte High School. Talk about you and Shanquella's relationship. When did y'all first meet?
So we first met our freshman year at West Charlotte. We started in the IB program. When we instantly connected through our love in fashion. We love to dress up. We put our finest on every day.
Class of 2015. Teammates on the Lions cheerleading squad.
A memory that just sticks out, I don't know why, but it was her birthday. And I got her something as simple as a hot chocolate from Dunkin' Donuts. And you would think I would have brought her the most extravagant gift ever. She was just so happy. She recorded on her Snapchat. Like, it was a real moment for her.
Recalling those moments brings a smile, which is why Mitchell says hearing of Robinson's death shocked her.
I just couldn't believe someone would be capable of doing something like this, and not only to her, like, It was just crazy because I was actually, watching her story, like seeing that she's enjoying her time. So it's just like, how did it just go left? She was so young. She had so much more life to live. Like, we were planning to work together.
Robinson arrived in Cabo, Mexico on October the 28th. A day later, she was found dead. She was on a trip with friends. An autopsy report shared by her family stated she died from a cracked spine. On November the 18th, the FBI started an investigation. The next day, Robinson was laid to rest in Charlotte. November the 24th, we learned Mexican authorities issued an arrest warrant, calling Robinson's death a, quote, femicide. Are there any questions you have?
What was going on? What's the progress? What's in motion? Like, what's the timeline? That's my question. Like, it's been months now. I mean, you can't run away from justice. God is a just God. So whatever you do when people are not around, God sees it. And that's the ultimate, like, you have to go through him.
In a recent news conference, Mexican prosecutor Daniel de la Rosa Anaya reiterated a request has been made for extradition for the, quote, direct aggressor. He also says they did ask U.S. authorities to interview those on the trip. As far as the FBI's independent investigation, in a statement, the agency says, quote, the FBI investigation into the death of Shanquella Robinson is ongoing. We know this is a difficult time for her family and the community. The FBI is working with the Department of Justice to conduct a thorough and exhaustive investigation. What would you want the world to know about Shanquella Robinson?
That she was just so full of life. She loved experiences, living big, just enjoying and making the most of it. And I feel like that's a lesson that could be valuable to all of us, is just to enjoy our lives and just really live.
And for this story, her family released this statement. It says, quote, on behalf of the Robinson and the Long family, thank you all for the outpouring of support. In my sister's untimely demise 3 months ago, unfortunately, no one has been arrested. And the investigation of this case is still ongoing. Please continue to support and stand with us in solidarity in this journey fight for justice for Shanquella. A second statement from Shanquella's father also says, quote, I am blessed and grateful for you all to do this for the city of Charlotte, North Carolina, and not letting the people who is responsible for her life just think they can do what they did and not answer to what happened in their presence. Once again, thank you for caring about Shanquella Robinson. And the question tonight, what is next in this push for answers? Well, the community will rally on February the 18th by marching to the post office on McDowell Street, that's in Charlotte, to mail letters of concerns to the Mexican government. Now, as far as any investigation is concerned, a conclusion could take months. Right now, no one's name has been officially released in connection with this case, and no arrests have been made.
It's always so much better when you can both hear someone's words being read and then also see them. It just does something to me. My whole questions have been answered in my mind. What did they look like? How did they appear when they were telling the story? Kayla Mitchell was a true friend of Shanquella Robinson, no doubt about that. She shared some really nice video of her and Shanquella Robinson. And it's sad that we are still here 100 days later. And the direct aggressor in this case, Daejhanae Jackson, is still walking around like ain't nothing happened. I do not understand that. I understand that a Mexican warrant isn't worth the paper it's wrote on here in the United States. And I also understand that on February the 18th, they're going to have a letter writing campaign where they're going to march to the post office to mail off these pink envelopes to Mexico to put pressure on them. But the pressure needs to be put on us. It's falling on us, guys. The FBI is not doing their job. The Department of Justice is not doing their jobs. The district court judges are not doing their jobs. That is where the pressure needs to be applied. I had to step away from this case for a week or so because it does something to me. This case bothers me tremendously. just thinking about Shanquella Robinson's last moments here is what tears me up so bad. But I'm going to continue to push. We need to put pressure on us, though. And I don't know what we can do to apply that pressure other than keeping her name fresh and in people's minds. And I'm going to end the video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.